Hi, this is Gary Kayye. We're here at InfoComm 2018. You're about to get one of the coolest tours on the show floor. We're going to tour the LG booth. I'm here with Garry Wicka, the head of marketing for LG. Gary, thanks for taking me on this tour.
Oh, I appreciate it. We're excited to have you here today.
Well, right behind us here is one of the coolest new things at the show, and everyone's talking about this. This is literally a transparent display. How are you guys doing this?
So first and foremost, this is us starting to think about how do you continue to drive innovation in the OLED space. So what you're looking at here is a product concept, really of taking a 55-inch OLED, and the design on it, because the OLED technology is a self-light emitting diode, and because each pixel has its own light source, you don't have to have a backlight. So then as you make the transparent backing of it, it allows you to give this amazing image that is transparent. So this is, you know, one of those ones where you're taking technology and you're pushing it just to that next edge.
Okay, well, look, everyone is crowding around this, and we had to clear everyone out so we could shoot this video because we want everyone to see it. It is mind-blowing. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. But I also want to point our videographer over there to the right with the open frame OLED signage, because that's using the same technology as this transparent, and you're showing it in a, I don't want to say bent or concave and convex format, simultaneous from floor to ceiling.
Yeah, no, so this is one of those ones where we've been showing for a while that, you know, the technology around OLED is, what we always joke around is the ABCs of OLED. So you've got an amazing angle, viewing angle, you get perfect blacks, infinite contrast ratio, amazing color, but more importantly, you get the D part, which is the design. So it's ultra thin, it's its own self-lighting emitting diode, but more importantly, it is also bendable. And so we've been able to have it bendable for a while now. What was really exciting this year is that you're going to be able to actually do that in region. So we're going to allow our integrators to bring in a flat panel and actually bend it.
Okay, that is totally cool. When does that start? I didn't have any idea.
This fall, yeah. So this is new for you, yes.
This is huge. So listen, they're going to let you kind of form your own LEDs to the customer's needs through that. That's amazing. So obviously you'll have more information on that later. LED is also prominently displayed over here, and as we move through the booth, I'm going to start with the 1.5 millimeter LED signage that you have here.
So, you know, we're in the LED, direct-view LED business. We have been for a long time. A lot of people don't associate LG in the direct-view LED business, but what we're showing here is a 1.5 millimeter indoor. And we also have 2.0 and 1.0. And what's unique about this is that this is all LG. This is not,
no third-party supplier.
No third-party pieces. Even the controllers are LG. So what's different about that is that we are able to go in and we believe give a better color representation, manage the spectrum a little bit different from a color perspective, but also the grayscale. And so when we look at this, the image on it is just phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, it's the second most popular thing in the booth, unfortunately. Your
yes.
Transparent, your prototype transparent, or your concept yes. transparent is getting more exposure. But speaking of which, we showed this a couple of years ago for the first time, which is the thin form factor of OLED, right? And we have a piece of glass here. This is mounted on a piece of glass. That's literally two displays. It's a two-sided display kind of design here. This one's single, but two. But you could put it on both sides of the glass, or
this is yeah. So the reason that we're putting it on glass, and we always have a hard time because people are always asking us, "Oh, did you mount this inside the wall?" And so to get away from that, we put it on glass,
so that they would see that it's actually that thin.
It is that thin,
okay,
so it's wallpaper.
But there is a two-sided version of it right here. So flip around here.
Same product.
Exact same product.
Wallpaper in glass. So this is designed, taking that same panel, putting them two of them back to back. You can run one piece of content, you could run two pieces of content, and we have a version that's hanging and we have a version that's in a stand. So this is really that high-end aesthetic view. So if you wanted to have something that's kind of just eye-popping, really kind of, you know,
for signage, this is just amazing. Yeah, this is it. This is it in a stand right there. If you go there. At the top, shoot up above this little room here. Do you see we have the stretch displays stretched around the top, showing it in an application?
Yeah. You're going to see our 86-inch stretches and our 88-inch stretches throughout the booth in many different uses. So when we first brought it in, you know, it had a few uses. We've had people put these in airports, in hotels, in retail, We've got them in museums. They're going all over. So that's really exciting. It's the 86 inches. We put in a ribbon here. You'll see them in pillars a little bit later on. You'll see them set up. These are being rolled out in the San Francisco airport. They're in the Atlanta airport as we speak. So you're really seeing some really cool things in that. One thing that I did want to point out that's brand new for this show is the 65-inch OLED wallpaper. So for the first time,
4K.
Yes. So you stole the words out of my mouth there. No, you're good. So we've had the 55 inches you mentioned, but for the first time, now we're bringing in. This is another product that will come out this fall.
So this is 65-inch native 4K in an OLED, same technology but 4K. And so you get the same blacks but in 4K. This is amazing, and it's the same thickness basically as what you had there. But you also have it in a video wall configuration here, which is a 1x3 basically video wall, vertically mounted 65-inch. These are 60 or 50.
These are 65-inch 4K as well. Yeah. So the thing that's slightly different about this is that it's a different product actually, because you can daisy chain these ones together into a 1 by whatever. So 1 by N. You could make it a 1 by 3, but it could also be a 1 by 50 if you wanted, because you can then connect them. And actually, I don't know if it can be 1 by 50, but it can be 1
by whatever.
Yes.
It can be. It's based on the controller, not the display.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously, there's going to be a limitation.
So what's new about this is that because it's a video wall, everyone was like, oh, it's so thin, that's amazing, but we're also focused on shrinking and making the bezel smaller. So you'll see that throughout a lot of our products. Even in OLED, we're always looking at how you make them better. So that makes it a little bit more seamless, which goes along with what we're doing with the LCD with the 0.6 millimeter.
Yeah.
We're figuring out how to make those better in every version. So we've got direct view LED, we've got OLED, traditional LCD video wall, open frame video, all of these different options that you have that all meet the needs of different applications.
All right, so let's go on over here. We're going to go into this room where they have their interactive display, digital board display products, and you're showing them in a bunch of different formats here. IR, in-glass, PCAP.
So on the back wall, we're showing two things. First and foremost, all the different options of touch solutions that we bring. So it comes with interactive software, but more importantly, what we're also showing is that we've got a partnership with Hoilu that will be included on some of the boards, which creates this amazing collaboration suite. And we actually have one of these boards, I don't know which one right now, live with their headquarters in Seattle. So you're getting true real-time collaboration where they can both interact at the same time, and you get it real time.
So what's cool about this is you're showing each type of touch type that you have it available in 55, in the case of IR, 55, 49, 43, and 32, and PCAP 65, 55, and 75. And then you have, of course, the 86-inch in-glass type. This is, I mean, obviously, this whole concept, the collaboration boards or digital boards, this is a big deal in the meeting room market right now.
Absolutely. So in fact, we had someone from NPD earlier today said that this was the fastest growing part of the display market. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they told me. I think there's a lot of attention being played here, not just for the collaboration piece. I think that's highly important, but what you're also starting to see is how does video conferencing come into play? How does that connectivity line up? So we've also partnered with Crestron and with Cisco. So all of the products that we've got listed here are plug and play with them. So when you're thinking about that collaboration, that corporate space, we really want to differentiate and show, LG, we're not thinking about trying to force you onto one platform. We're going to allow you to utilize the different platforms that you already have in there, and it's easy.
And you're actually demonstrating that here. If you turn around, if the videographer will turn around, here's your plug-and-play Cisco solution that you're demonstrating here. So basically what you mean by that is it knows that you've connected to a Cisco system and you don't have to do any configuration. Is that right?
Zero configuration. It'll automatically switch. I believe it's like 12 different settings that it'll automatically change so that it is maximized for video conferencing use. So that's the best part. As an integrator, installer, it makes it easier. As an end user, it gives you a better experience.
Okay, one thing that I think that people need to see, and I know that you're probably going to skip over it, so I'm not going to let you, is that this is a great application for using a stretch display, the Ultra Stretch. Go on to the other end, look at the Ultra Stretch display. That looks like two monitors, right, in a typical configuration for a meeting room, right, but that's actually one monitor using your 88-inch Ultra Stretch.
Yeah, so this is, again, how do you start taking that to the next level, thinking about things differently? you know, we had been working with the Cisco team for a while, and it was, you know, just an easy set of programming that we did for the original displays, but then they said, well, how can we do some of these other ones? And this is a great use of just a single display where you can come in and you can now have multi-uses for it. You know, theoretically, you know, you could take that a step further, put a touch overlay. You can do all sorts of different things.
You turn it into an interactive board as well, and this is perfect for a small to medium-sized meeting room without having to put two displays. This is literally bezel-less.
It is bezel-less. It's
That's right.
One single display.
A single pixel separating the two images. Okay, can we come around here and see the desktop monitor area over here?
This is actually one of the exciting areas. A couple things we're announcing here at the show. So normally, you know, we'll have a few of our desktop monitor displays, but what we're actually talking about here is a full IT and our mobility solution. So the thing that we're doing, you're looking at some of our 38-inch curves, beautiful displays. But more importantly, right here in the middle is a full new suite of thin clients. So when people are going and saying, well, you know, LG IT, well, we've got an all-in-one thin client. We've got a 38-inch one, we've got the box, and we also have a mobile solution for thin client. So we've got a full suite of thin client that just came out. We're announcing it at the show, so the press release will come out, I believe, tomorrow. But not only that, that then also adds in, we do laptops, so the LG Gram. We actually have one for the B2B side now, so it's, you know, running the Windows 10 Pro platform. We've got new regular desktop monitors, and then we even have our G7, which is the latest and greatest flagship cell phone. So now you're starting to see this really collaboration and solutions, not just amazing displays, but really how are you going and driving productivity as well.
Yeah, that's interesting, and I think there's a lot of applications outside of just putting a monitor on your desk nowadays.
Absolutely.
It's changed quite a bit. Where should we go next? Where do you want to take us?
So maybe we'll walk this way.
Hang in there with us. Now, of course, we're going to go through and shoot individual videos on each one of these product stations so that you see what we're showing here individually and get more detail. We're just kind of touching on the surface. This is a drive-in application.
So yeah, so first and foremost, we do both indoor and outdoor ultra bright displays. And so you'll see that throughout our booth. We've got one that's window facing that we've got in a different area, but this is one of our 75-inch high brightness, and you're going to notice this is
very bright. It looks like an LED.
Yes, it's running really bright. Now over here is what we've got set up so that it's actually meant for full outdoor. And in this one, we took a 1x3 configuration, just as if you would have.
It's like a drive-through. Yeah, it's like an outdoor drive-through monitor.
It's exactly what we're trying to demo here. We want to give a perspective so that you can really see what those capabilities are. This is another part of the QSR market that's really starting to go digital.
Yeah, and most of these drive-thrus are out in the sun,
yes.
So you got to have this brightness to be able to see what's on the screen.
You have to have that, and you also have to have all the ratings as well. It needs to handle all the elements. So these are all rated for full outdoor use. These are built in with enclosures, and they're coming directly from LG. So you know you're getting the name and trust of LG manufacturing. So this is another addition, an area that we're adding on to see more and more. So we have more options and a bigger portfolio in this area.
All right, where are we going next?
So let's go on to the other side.
So we're going to come through this middle hallway here.
We'll walk through. We're going to, in fact, we'll walk through this because we have 11 of our partners that build on our WebOS platform in here. So we won't walk through each one. Each one offers different solutions, different parameters that they bring, and different advantages.
We're going to cut through here, and as we cut through here, you can see that they're showing their partner brands and your partner companies that are making sort of collaborative products with you.
So that it's CMS software, it's room booking software, it's digital signage, different collaboration items that are all built on the WebOS, so system on a chip for this. We partner not only with all of the traditional signage and CMS companies, but also a lot of these that take it and utilize the technology that we've put in to maximize their platform.
Right, and this goes beyond digital signage now. I mean, I think people automatically think with your system on a chip that's just for digital signage, but there's a lot of applications outside of digital signage.
So you have a lot of corporate, you've got it in the hospitality industry, in the hospital industry, a lot of different things. So you'll see more and more of that. That has continued to grow. Later in this year, we'll continue to upgrade the next level of WebOS. So we're really excited. There's a lot of things. In fact, we had our first group where we brought in all the designers and the programmers for it this year. So we actually had that in Chicago.
Like a developers meeting.
A developer meeting, first time. So we're really excited. I think there's a lot of stuff that's happening.
All right, so what are we going to see over here? We're going to keep on going through.
Because this is a whole different area that we don't normally touch at a digital signage kind of show and an InfoComm, but this is our hospitality area. So we've got 3 of our latest and greatest hotel TVs. So we're really the lead, market leader when you think of your TV in a hotel room. Most people think that that's a consumer TV, but it's really actually a commercial display. It's got different connectivity, different capabilities, and when you talk about that WebOS platform, that's kind of the backbone that allows us to do a lot of the things with the hoteliers that allow you to do check-in and check-out on there, driving OTT content. So this is just a cool way. This is actually
this monitor here I'm interested in because it looks like an OLED wallpaper monitor kind of.
So this is not wallpaper, but it is OLED. So this is built for the actual hotels, and then what you'll notice right now, it's running a kind of an art scene content. So this is something that is
like a frame around it. Yeah.
So it's very good in ambiance. If you just walked in and you wanted to have something there, it's not just a big black screen. So that works really well in that hotel industry.
Yeah, this is a great idea.
You'll see in the consumer space, and you'll see here as well.
And the set-top box, by the way, is built into the display here, or a lot of
on this. And you also have some of the different hoteliers that want to have a separate box, right. And we offer options for both.
Yeah, and then the air purifiers. I mean, we got to say something about these. They're here in the middle of the floor. We can't skip them.
You can't skip them. So, we are a consumer electronics company. We make products, and what people don't realize is that oftentimes in the corporate space, you need air purification. You can get into the very high-end, big, large purification systems, but oftentimes you need one just for a room. So this is some solutions that we actually offer today into the hospitality area.
So if you're in hospitality and you're doing hospitality, one of the things I tell people when I do keynotes is that if you're doing hospitality and they call you in and they tell you they want to do all their meeting rooms, tell them that you can do the hotel rooms too, and tell them that you can also do lighting control, and you can also think bigger than what just they're asking for you to do. And I think a lot of people wouldn't think about adding air purification.
Absolutely. So that's one of the big things. We do LED lighting. You're actually going to get a chance to see it. We're actually for the first time showing solar because
out here, where are we seeing solar?
Looking right here. So a lot of people don't realize that LG is the leading manufacturer of residential solar panels in the U.S.
I didn't know that either.
So in 2017, we had the #1 position, but it's because we drive a lot of the innovation and technology that we've put into all of our products also into solar. So these are some of the most highly efficient panels on the market. They come with the industry best warranty. And you get the trusted name that you've got an LG product. If you're going to put something on your house for 25 years, you want to know that it's going to be there from a company that's going to back it up. So that's really one of the things that we're excited by. So we've got information here, and the reason that we're putting it in there is that we have a lot of the hoteliers that are looking at how do they offset that. We did a really cool thing with the Los Angeles Lakers where they wanted to get LEED certified for their new headquarters. So we partnered with them. We put solar all over their roof and then on their carports that helped them get to platinum certified LEED status. So this is really one of those ones where it's great for residential, it's great for commercial, and that's why you see it here with us at InfoComm. It's just another area that we bring some value into the overall chain.
And we also mentioned, we talked earlier about some applications for your stretch displays. This is I've been calling it a Podium application. I'm not sure a totem application.
Yeah,
it's a 4-sided display.
We call them pillars.
Pillars.
You could call them kiosks.
You'll walk around that.
So it's 4-sided, this one. You can do 3-sided, you can do 2-sided. We've got a 2-sided, or I think it was at one point 2-sided on that one.
You have an
ultra
ultra
just one running right now. But you're going to see these both in the 86 and in the 88-inch stretch. So the beauty about it is that you've got really something that's eye-catching, that's differentiated. This is standard LCD technology, but it's differentiated because the whole actual aspect ratio, the form factor, kind of catches people's attention. So we've seen these go into airports, into hotels, into retail. In fact, we have a very cool hotel that we're looking at where they replaced their normal video wall and did a video wall made out of 86-inch stretch because it's eye-catching.
Yeah, I mean, it's different. It's not the same thing you used to see. And it's by the way, this is the same display that was at the top as the band around the room we started in. It's the same exact display. And of course, on the wall back there, you could see it in an airport configuration.
And so in fact, in the San Francisco airport, they're actually going to be installing these behind the check-in counter. And that's why we actually kind of built this out to kind of give you that view of what it's going to look like.
That's
so this
cool.
is a real-time application of where they said instead of doing 2 displays,
I've seen this in an airport already. You've already got some of these in an airport already, don't you? Is there a prototype that you're doing some gates? Because I swear that I've seen some of this already or some literature on it.
So we've got 86-inch stretching in the Atlanta airport. We have our VH7B video wall all through the Orlando.
Yeah, the Orlando airport is amazing. That's the pinnacle installation of video wall right now, I think. I think it is the best installation of video wall. Congratulations on that.
No, thank you. And so we're really excited. This will actually be the first that you'll see that into the San Francisco airport. So again, different airports, different applications, different uses, but that's the best part is that we're giving them the tools to create something that's really differentiated, that's not just your standard display.
Well, look, I've appreciated this tour. Have we covered everything?
I think we covered everything.
I think we did too.
The only thing that we didn't touch base is the 0.6 millimeter ultra narrow video wall.
Right, let's go over there and let's finish with that, and you can tell us about it as she's shooting video on it.
Sure. So we introduced. Gosh, I think it's now a little about 2.5 years ago. We introduced what we called VH7B, and we give it a code name Clover. This is now the follow-up to that product, so we actually were able to get the bezels even narrower.
What is the bezel?
So this is on all sides, even bezels, just 0.6 millimeters. So 1.2 bezel to bezel, depending on how you want to measure it. And the reason that we're really highlighting this, and that surprisingly a lot of people were excited, because LCD video walls, we mentioned, it's a growing area. This gives you another option to give a very seamless one. It still, is another option to direct view LED. I think you're going to see the two areas continue to exist for the foreseeable future.
And in reality, the price of this is a lot less expensive than LED, and the form factor. This works in a lot of applications, and it's been around for years. I mean, this technology is tried and true. LCD is always going to be here in this kind of a configuration, and of course, 55 inches sort of the standard for all video walls.
No, absolutely. So we really appreciate it. I think you guys got a good flavor of all the things that we're showing.
Yeah, this was a full tour. This booth is huge. Like I said, we are going to shoot individual videos on each product station, so all you got to do is type in LG in the video search window at ravepubs.com/InfoComm 2018. Garry Wicka, thanks for joining me today. Thanks for doing this tour. The show's about to close on day 1, but we're going to come back to you tomorrow on day 2 with a lot more videos.